Can you target a single page of a single service for an entire state? Yeah, I suppose you could. I mean, the thing is the reason why you typically target on a city level more so than a county level or a state level is because that's how most people search, right? When people are searching for keywords or products or services with local intent, they typically add a location modifier as a city or near me, right? And that's because Google suggests near me, right? That especially on mobile devices, like you start to type on the search bar and Google suggests the near me search phrase if it thinks you have it's a search with local intent, right? So near me is a location modifier. Most location modifiers are either going to be cities or near me, right? So I mean, most people don't search on a county level like tree service plus county name. Most of the time, it does happen, but it's much more volume, search volume on a city level. And there's not a whole lot of state searches that I mean, again, there might be certain industries or certain products or services where it's more appropriate and there's more search volume on with a state modifier. But the reason why we typically optimize on a city level is because that's where the most search volume is. That's how most people search. So, but yeah, could you do it? Sure, you could. You could optimize for a state, and then you could have like a mention of all the counties, for example. I wouldn't do counties and cities because then you'd have like this huge block of text. But you could, I mean, there's ways to do that, right? To add to target a page on a state level, but have mentions on more narrow or specific geographies within that state. There's ways to do that, yeah. So, I mean, shit, you could put a map on there that has, and in a table that has like counties and cities, in an embedded table, for example. That'd be a good way to do it. It's interesting. Some of my WordPress sites, for lead gen for tree service stuff, I put a table using WP Easy Table, which is a plugin. But I put tables at the bottom of the county pages, which are kind of like top level category pages, and then I have cities underneath that. And so on the county pages, which again, not a lot of search volume comes from tree service or tree removal plus county, but there is some. So okay, sometimes I will create those pages and I'll put a table at the bottom that has all the different localities within that county. And it's interesting to see, but Google pulls that as like rich snippet information into the SERP. So in the search engine results pages, there will be the web URL for the search term plus county name, but then like underneath that, it's almost like a site links. If you guys are, know what I'm talking about with site links, it's almost like that. It'll pull in from the table all the different cities for that county. It's interesting. It takes up a big chunk of space on the search results page, which is really interesting. And that wasn't structured data. It was just putting a table in. Google's parsing that out and actually displaying that in the search results. And it's not even marked up with structured data. That's what I found really interesting. It was just the formatting within a table. Google likes bullet. That's why it's in the Google Business Process Checklist too. I talk about always on your website, your .business.site, the Google Business website, they always list your products and services in bulleted format, and then the service areas as well, the locations that the business serves in bulleted format, because Google loves that kind of content. And like I said, just putting a table on county pages and then listing all the localities, towns, cities, census designated places, that sort of thing. And just go to Wikipedia and look that up. Like go to Wikipedia, put the county name in. You can do it on a state level too. And then there will be in the table of contents on Wikipedia for that county. Well, you can click on do communities, cities and stuff like that. It'll give you cities, incorporated cities, census designated places, towns, unincorporated communities, all that. And that's all really good geo data that you can add into your pages and it put it in a table format. That's what I'm saying. It's very interesting that pops a rich snippet when it's not even marked up with, schema. So it's very interesting how Google, parses that out, loves that kind of data. So I don't know, it works. All right. Can you target a single page? Yeah, we already answered that.